All right, let's piss off fans of every Canadian team tonight. So the NHL, somewhat controversial suspension here because they've just given Carson Soucy 1 game for a cross-check at the end of last night's game. Right after the whistle goes and Vancouver wins, Soucy's finishing a hit behind the net and bumps McDavid and Hyman. McDavid admittedly lets himself glide into Soucy, and so Soucy pushes him. McDavid then reacts with a slash, and this is where it kind of pops off. After the slash, Soucy goes to retaliate by throwing a cross-check into McDavid's chest. However, at the exact time, Zadorov saw the slash and retaliates with a cross-check of his own. That means McDavid is knocked forward and his face hits right into the shaft of Soucy's cross-check. Ouch. McDavid is lucky he wasn't spitting chiclets after that one, but that's it. That was a 1-game suspension by Gary. In my opinion, this is a tough one. I mean, yeah, he obviously almost left McDavid with less real teeth than a retirement home, but on the other hand, that clearly wasn't what he was trying to do. And although it looks really bad when played all together, if you just watch Soucy, I don't really see any malice here. What's as bad, in my opinion, is Zach Hyman being a dirty little rat, intentionally inviting himself into the scrum and purposefully hitting Zed in the head with his stick. Consequences there. And a lot of people are frustrated that the NHL is, protecting their best players in the Oilers, especially after all the shenanigans in the Bruins series, especially Marchand being taken out by what honestly looks like a sucker punch. Anyway, the rest of the game was fun in that it was a hockey game. Big Zed keeps on making a name for himself as he gets a big old stuff on Kane and shoves him in the bench, just throws him in there like he's taking out the trash for a line change. And then, just like an Oreo, Kane gets double stuffed as Zadorov gives him an extra bit of business. The whistle's blown, penalties are coming, and maybe not as bloodthirsty as the Boston and Florida series, but this is getting greasier and greasier, and I love it. I also love Perry on the bench here with the boys. He looks like a concerned parent. Like, guys, no roughhousing. We're already getting a power play. Cut it out. But it was too late as the Oilers were already getting called for a bench penalty because someone held Big Zed's stick. It was 4-2 at the time of the hit, and this one would go right down to the wire with the Canucks doink the iron on an empty netter. The Oilers scoring one the exact same way they won Game 2. Then, of course, they get their hero line out, and this game felt destined to head to overtime, but the efficient Vancouver Canucks held off the Oilers to retake the series lead 2-1 with another big saved effort from Shilovs. He made 42 in tonight's game as he's been keeping the Nucks alive. After this game, Draisaitl said, "Post is not good goaltending," which is funny because hitting the post isn't good shooting, and to take a shot at the other team's goalie when yours has been going out and playing like Dookie, probably not the move. Skinner has been brutal the last 3 games. He was my biggest concern going into the playoffs for Edmonton. He's not the same Tendy we saw in the LA series and is rocking just a brutal .789 save percentage while averaging 4 goals against a game. It's gotten so bad that Knobloch was not willing to commit to Skinner for Game 4. He originally said we'll definitely see Skinner back in the playoffs, just unsure if it'll be in Game 4 or 5, and then when pressed on it, he responded with, "No commitment, emotional after the loss, we'll look at it tomorrow." Yikes. So it's Pickard, or dare I say it, that Campbell Soup redemption arc that I'm smelling. That would be absolutely wild. Tough times in oil country, only down 1 though, and they've been playing great hockey, but it seems like Vancouver may be getting under their skin a little bit. But what do you think of this suspension for Soucy? Was his hit worth it, or is the NHL once again a fool for this one? Let us know down below.